Hi everybody. I dyed my hair, hence why this video is called what it is. I got to thinking about a lot of the times that I've dyed my hair over the years and decided I would share some of the random hair dyeing stories I have. And I'm gonna have to put this on so I can tuck my hair back because it's being a pain. No, that's awful. Sorry, I didn't really plan ahead on this. I just was sitting here and realized that, hey, I've only ever, told a few people these stories, and some are strange. A lot have to do with people just assuming about me because of my hair color, and, yeah. So the first one was, I believe I was in grade 5, because it was when when I had my first school dance, and my mom and I planned that I was going to dye my hair red. And at the time, I had really light brown hair. Now my hair is pretty dark brown. But it was a lot lighter when I was in grade 5, and we just threw the red on top. So I went to this school dance, and this girl who has known me since grade 2 when I moved to that school, so 3 solid years we were in every grade together. Even though there were multiple classes, somehow I always ended up with her in my class. And she looked at me at the front doors of the school as I was heading in to go to the dance and asked me if that was my natural hair color. And all I could do was say no and think in my head that, yes, I have been walking around for 3 years with my hair brown with no roots ever showing through. And just now, in only a couple hours, I managed to make my hair completely grow out red and got it back to my natural color. So, I thought that was really strange, and I just kind of went on with life and questioned it, but whatever. That was the first time I ever did a dramatic hair color change. Before that, all I had done was, over top of my brown hair, I did a streak of teal, purple, and pink in my hair just to change it up. I'd never dyed my hair before. So yes, then we did the red when I was in grade 5. Grade 6, I didn't do anything with my hair. Grade 7, I did blonde. It wasn't fully blonde though, that's the thing, is that I did streaks to a degree, highlights and stuff, because my mom didn't want me to go full bleach and just destroy my hair, which understandable. I literally only put dye over my natural hair. I'd never bleached it, anything before, even to do the streaks. We just threw that on over top. And it wasn't the chalk stuff, it was actual dye, but again, my hair was super light before, I'd say probably before grade 7 or 8. So I went to my mom's friend who had a hair salon set up in her house, and I got my highlights done, and about 2 or 3 days later, I'm at school, and me, one of the guys, and then one of my ex-best friends were in this room, and I don't remember what my class went to do, but the 3 of us stayed behind. Odds are, in my case, it was because of my medical issues, and I can't do gym, so I probably stayed behind for that, because grades 7 and 8 were when I really struggled with it. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like they had assignments that weren't done, so they weren't allowed to go and do whatever it was that we were doing. Honestly, odds are with that school, one of the teachers had the gym booked out or something and then offered to bring our class with. So we're in there. I had just regular white earbuds, and normally if I'm in a classroom at least, or out with people, and I've got them on just so I don't have people try and get my attention, I can't hear them, I'll put in the one that's closest to them so that hopefully they won't bug me unless they need me, and then I leave the other one, I just hang it over my arm. And I was sitting there, headphone in, listening to my music, just drawing away. I remember just sitting and sketching and being super happy to just be relaxed, I guess. And this guy who, honestly, he never liked me, and vice versa. Whatever. But he looks at my ex-best friend, and at this point, we literally had just stopped being friends. She wanted to go the popular kid route. I wanted to just stay quiet and off to the side, and that's what happened. So, like, we didn't end on bad terms or anything, and I was really thankful for that in that moment, because this guy, I don't know what led him to say it, but he looks at her and says, she's stupid because she's blonde. My hair was not fully blonde. It was brown from, like, here to here, and then just blonde highlights spread out throughout my hair, and you could still see brown. And, like, I was already getting upset, because, like, I'm a very emotional person. It's why I struggle a lot to do things like this and speak about this stuff publicly, because I get so emotional talking about things. But I tried to, like, hold myself together and didn't know what I was gonna do, because I was like, I wasn't, I guess. Now I'm, to a degree. It depends on circumstances. But I was not a confrontational person. I hated getting in arguments and stuff because they always ended badly for me. And obviously if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll understand why, because a lot of the time it ended with people just being angry at me and then not speaking to me again. So fights just kind of weren't my thing. And I was also in school. I didn't want to get into an argument in school. Like, I'm not that kind of person. And so I sat there and just didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should, like, say that I could hear him. I didn't know if I should go and tell somebody. I didn't know if I should just, like, put my other earbud in and stop listening. Like, I genuinely did not know what to do. And I went to put my earbud back, like, my other one in, because I was like, okay, at this point, out of my peripherals, I can see the door, I can see them in the other side. So I was like, if a teacher comes in, or another student or anything, because normally, if I was in the room, I was the one to tell students, you know, where my teacher was, or just help them out in general if they came to the classroom. Because I did. I spent about 3 to 4 hours a week, if not 5, depending on what our gym schedule looked like, throughout grades 6, 7, and 8, just sitting in my classroom, doing whatever I wanted to do, or if I had homework. Sometimes my teachers would give me, like, other things to do. And I had a lot of teachers within that time period. It was mainly my 6th grade and 8th grade teachers, but sometimes there were subs that did it. A lot of them actually got my help on things. Like, if I couldn't go and do something, we had a ski trip, and I went and helped the principal shred a bunch of documents and stuff that just weren't needed anymore, I guess. I don't know. I didn't bother to look at what they were. I'm not that person. But as I'm sitting there, and he'd said that, you know, I'm stupid because I'm blonde, which is really ridiculous because him and I had worked in groups before, and I was the one to do the work, and he just copied off of me and or everyone else in the group. And this girl looks at him and says she's not a natural blonde, like, she dyed it and you can tell. And he looks at her and says it doesn't matter how, but as long as she's blonde, she's stupid. And, like, I never got a chance to actually thank her for that, because honestly, after that, it was our last period of the day, so the bell rang, I grabbed my stuff and I left, because I didn't want to deal with it. I just wanted to go home. I literally lived right behind the school, so I just wanted to get my brother and go home. And I think that was, like, one of the biggest bully situations I've ever been in. There was that. I got bullied by a guy who was, like, 2 years older than me. He ended up failing a couple grades. It was ironic. I found it as karma, honestly. He bullied me and my brother in our first year there, when my brother was in kindergarten and I was in grade 2. And, yeah, he just sat and bullied us and then failed. I just found it to be karma. He ended up still graduating before me. He may have been 3 years ahead of me. He's in my yearbook from grade 9, so obviously he wasn't too far ahead of me. And, other than those, I got called out at one point homophobically about holding hands with with my last partner. Didn't really affect me. I don't know, I've never really been bullied, so it didn't, like, none of it bugs me. I don't really care. And I mean, I have yet to have, like, a genuine homophobic comment made towards me, but I haven't, and I don't know how I'm gonna react, but I don't feel like I'm gonna care too much. So anyways, So then grade 8, I don't recall doing anything to my hair. And then grade 9 hit. And boy, was this fun. Because I believe we dyed it in the summer. I could realistically check. I probably should have beforehand, but I just did this, like I said, kind of out of the blue. But we were dyeing my hair purple. Oh, as I find it right there. Yeah, so in August of right before grade 9 for me, I decided I wanted to do something just crazy to start my high school experience. And I wanted to dye my hair purple. So I should have taken some hints while I was doing this because there were a couple failures. We bleached it and it was just bright yellow. Like, I'd had my hair turn out yellow before from bleaching, but never like yellow. Like, it was almost like an orangey yellow, I guess. These hairs are bugging me. So we were like, okay, well, we can't bleach it again until at least 2 days from now. So, whatever. We went out, got another bleach pack. That one worked. So then we get the purple. And we used Splat brand purple hair dye. So I dyed my hair, and it was just this vibrant purple. Like, very, very similar to this. And I absolutely loved it. Like, it was so purple. I was obsessed with purple. My brother dyed his hair blue at the same time as me. We still have some of the blue left because it's manic, so it can just stay there. I might actually put some blue in here. I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about it today. And we both had failures on this. Within about 4 days of both of us. And we both used different brands. That was the insane thing. Like, it wasn't even that we used the same brand and the brand just sucked. It was literally we both used different brands and both of them failed. Within 4 days, I washed my hair, I get out, whatever, and my hair is hot pink. I didn't know what to do because I haven't liked pink since I was probably in grade 4 or 5. Basically when I stopped having the gender norms pushed on me by my grandmother. Of the fact that I had to like pink, I had to like purple. I still love purple. I like purple and green and black. I don't know. This shirt is literally all my colors. A little more pink than purple, but that's fine. But yeah, you'll notice I've got a lot of purple around my room. Because I know I'm going to film in different areas. Like even right now, I'm filming more towards my window than I am over there. Because there's a lot of sticky tack all over my walls. Because I keep having posters fall. But yeah, so I had bright pink hair right before the start of school. Right before I started high school. It wasn't even that this was an elementary year. And I didn't have time to go out, buy more dye, and dye my hair again. Then my brother, about the same time range, goes, washes his hair again, comes out, and he just vomit green. It was so bad. Neither of us had good hair. Thankfully, he was still in grade 7. He didn't have to worry about yearbook photo. My first yearbook photo, and the only one that I actually have, because my plan was to get grades 9 and 12. Well, 12 didn't happen because I started online school. I stick out like a sore thumb in that yearbook. I stick out like a sore thumb on every single seating arrangement throughout that entire year. Because school pictures came a week after with my bright pink hair. Everybody, for 3 years, referred to me as Pink-Haired Girl. Or as Poppy from Trolls. People got real inventive with their little nicknames for me. It was real piss off. And I called people out a couple times and told them to stop. But the main one I got was Poppy or Pink-Haired Girl. And, like, my teachers in later years referred to me as the Pink-Haired Girl because they'd be like, you know, I feel like I saw you around school, but there's something different. Well, guess what? I hadn't cut this yet, so that's not what it was. And I was like, yeah, my hair was pink in grade 9. Oh, well, that's what it is. You're the Pink-Haired Girl. Thank you. You're helping. So, for a whole year, my teachers would make new seating arrangements, especially my math teachers. They like to change the seating arrangements every time we finished a unit, which 8 units per semester. it was a lot of seating arrangements, and every time we change, we come into the classroom, there's the board with our seating arrangement, brown hair, blonde hair, black hair, pink. Dead set in the middle. Every time. Like, I had a few teachers that understood my stomach issues and my medical issues, so I got to sit at the back, and those were the teachers that didn't change seating arrangements. Like, my English teacher in grade 11. I went to her, literally, that was my first time ever having her, and I went to her and explained my situation, and she literally moved the seating arrangements so that, because she knew a couple of the students that were coming into the class because her daughter was in my grade, and so she basically, like, told her how to arrange everything. And the unfortunate thing is that because I am this quiet person who doesn't, like, sit and babble in the middle of class or, like, hang out with the people that do that, I guess, I was stuck beside them. I had one in front of me, one to my diagonal, and then 3 in a row beside me, which, biggest mistake of her life. They slept through class, came in late, talked nonstop. We actually had one fall asleep, and we ended up leaving the classroom as quietly as possible and leaving him in there until the bell rang. And then he panicked, and it was really funny. I could honestly make a whole new video just on, like, high school experience stories, because, man, there's some good ones. Might actually record that right after this. Why not? I'm in a storytelling mood. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit, brainstorm for a few, tell some stories, and yeah, that'll be my next 2 videos, I guess. But anyways, so there was that. So then that December, I went to my grandparents' place, and my mom helped me dye it brown, just with a box dye. And then I went back, everything was normal. I had a bit of pink kind of shine through with the brown, just because of the way that it washed, which didn't look bad, I kind of liked it, but I would have preferred something that wasn't pink. Then grade 11 in, hold on. I genuinely need to think this through because I know I'll mess it up. No, it was beginning of grade 12. I started my online classes and everything. And in either late August or early September, I got a purple dye from one of my mom's friends because she was like, hey, you know, if you want to try it again, like, this one's a darker purple. It was the same brand. But she's like, but it's a darker purple, you know, just give it a try if you want to. And that literally stayed under my cabinet for quite a while. And I finally pulled it out and I looked at my mom and I was like, can I dye my hair? And that was after I cut it. I had cut it in May and I dyed it in September. So I sat in my sorry, I don't know what just happened. I just fumbled. I went into our bathroom so that I was near my mom so she could check my hair after and make sure that I got everything, which I didn't. But I put this purple over top of my brown and, like, I absolutely loved it. And that's actually how my current partner met me, was with that purple hair. And for the longest time, they hadn't even seen me with my natural color. They still technically haven't, aside from this side, because the buzz stuff is always natural. But I've never been just, like, completely natural. I got close to it because I dyed it back to brown. And that was where another fun little thing happened, because we decided to dye it after it started growing in more. And we thought we'd bleach it. Somewhere in our brains, we thought it would be a good idea, because I wanted to make my hair blonde. And yet, some reason, we didn't think it through and tried to put blonde on top of purple and then natural. Well, for any of you that have watched Sex Education, I looked like Maeve. I straight up, as my roots started growing in after that, it was brown, white, and, well, blonde, I guess, and pink. I literally looked like Maeve, which I was okay with. I love Maeve, so that worked out in my favor. But whatever. And then most recently, just on Sunday, I did this. I think it may have been from the things I've been watching lately, because I watched the Loki show, I watched the Bucky and Falcon one right before that. Then I started watching, there's there's something else. And then I watched this person on TikTok who I absolutely love watching. Fortunately, their account got taken down because, you know, somehow they were doing things wrong, which I still don't see. But I follow them on YouTube now, so it doesn't matter. But they have, like, naturally brown hair, and in one of their videos, it's buzz throughout here, and then it's just completely black, and it's got blue, which, weirdly enough, I was looking at my blue today and was thinking about it. And I don't know if it was just my brain naturally wanting to do things because I'd watched so many black-haired characters, and honestly, a lot of my comfort characters have black hair, which just continues as I read this because the new Carry On book came out, and I got it on Monday. And, yeah, I'm obsessed. I've literally got it on Monday, almost halfway through. And I got the Indigo exclusive, so it's purple, which works for me. But yeah, like, I have Baz and Simon pictures hanging up on my wall for those two. Ow. And, like, Baz has his black hair and everything, and he's somebody that I don't relate to as heavily as Simon, but I definitely relate to. Plus, I've been looking at a lot of stuff from Stranger Things, and I'm obsessed with the Punk L, or Bitchin' L. And I've been playing as that skin a lot while I play with daycare kids. And since I bought the skin pack, because I absolutely love Stranger Things. But yeah, so my most recent is dyeing my hair black, and I got it all properly. I have to buzz all this now, because I don't like it being this long, which I'm hopefully going to do tomorrow. So unfortunately the next video you will not see me with my buzzed hair, because I'll be recording this right after. I know I haven't posted in a while. This video is actually a lot shorter than normal, which, yay. Just a quick thing for any of you that, I know personally for me, I really love reading Wattpad stories, and a lot of the time, whether it's LGBT or straight, whatever, there are pretty much constantly sex scenes on Wattpad, and I'm currently working on a book called Lost in Love, and I'm ace, so I don't write sex scenes. I get very uncomfortable reading them, and I've tried writing them before, and it doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this, just in case, because I know it's really hard to find ones that don't have sex scenes once or multiple times. So I'm aiming to have this be something that, for one, it's been a really great way for me to express myself, but it's also been something that is kind of out of the ordinary. It's LGBT. I'm trying to touch on a lot of things that I've gone through, basically. Like parent abandonment, struggling with, struggling with, like, personality and just who you are, which I express a lot of it throughout different characters. I've got a lot of characters based on people that I care about. I can't even say a lot. Basically 2 of them are based on people I know other than the main character. But yeah, so that'll be in the description if you guys want to check that out. I haven't really gotten the word out about it. I've sent it to my friends. A couple people just found it on accident. And yeah, I want it to be something that's good for people to read, I guess. So anyways, I'm going to leave this video here, and I'm going to go and record a video talking about some random high school stories, because I had some strange ones. Like this, there aren't many, but there are some fun ones, either things I've witnessed or things that I've actually gone through. So, as per usual, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that, you know, if you're watching my channel, that you're getting some sort of use out of it, and otherwise, see you guys later.